Hello and welcome to your mobility. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start in a nice child's pose. So we're going to make those knees about a little bit wider than shoulder width distance apart. We're going to sink those hips back and we're going to extend those arms forward for me. I want you to actively reach those arms forward, really focusing on that stretch of those shoulders, that low back, that mid back. You also want to have that stomach kind of sink in between those knees. Get comfortable for a little bit here. You feel that nice stretch. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that left hand and we're going to thread it through that right arm. We're going to have that palm up towards that sky, feeling that nice stretch in those deltoids of those shoulders. Allow your body to kind of rest on top of that arm, but feel that nice stretch. Remember to breathe in through that nose and exhale out through that mouth, nice and deep. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Let's bring that right through that left for me. Again, feeling that nice shoulder stretch, a little pull in that front of that shoulder and the medial part of that deltoid. Breathe in through that nose, exhale out through that mouth. Let's pull that arm forward once again and let's actively reach. We're going to hold this for a little bit longer. Using those hands, let's begin to walk ourselves onto those knees. We're going to place our wrists, so the tops of our hands onto that ground, and we're actively going to push our weight forward so we get a nice stretch in those forearms for me. Go ahead and lean that pressure back and then forward once again. Don't put too much weight onto those wrists. You just want enough to where you feel a nice pull in those forearms and then back. Let's go ahead and place those palms back on that ground. We're going to walk ourselves to that tabletop position. Nice tight core. Knees at that nice 90 bend. Trying to maintain those hips on top of those knees and those shoulders on top of those elbows and those wrists. The first thing we're going to do is some cat-cows. So take a nice deep breath in through that nose. Go ahead and begin to hollow out that body, rounding the curve of that spine, bringing that belly button up towards that sky. And then as you exhale, allow that belly button to drop towards that ground, butt coming up towards that sky along with that chest, dipping the middle portion of that back down. Inhale, draw that belly button back up towards that sky for me. Exhale. Drop it back down. We're going to do this about 5 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, draw that belly button up. Exhale, draw that belly button down. We got 3 more. For 3, exhale it down. Inhale for 2, exhale it down. Inhale for 1. Exhale it down. From here, we're going to take that right hand. We're going to place it on the back side of our head. We're going to take the right elbow and we're going to twist that torso down until we touch that left elbow. Then we're going to bring it back up to that starting position. The goal of this is to maintain a nice, stable posterior. So making sure those hips, glutes, and legs don't move and that rotation comes from that torso. We're going to have about 5 more of these on this side for 5. Inhale as you bring it in. Exhale as you bring it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and place that hand down. Let's place that left hand behind our head. Bring that elbow to that right elbow, then right back up to that middle portion, starting position. For 5, 4, you should feel a nice little pull in kind of those spinal areas within that spine. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to place that hand back down. The next thing we're going to go to is going to be a nice plank position for me. From here, we're going to press ourselves into that down dog. Give that glute, hamstring a nice little stretch out. We're then going to raise that right leg up off that ground, up towards that sky. We're going to raise it as high as we can. Shimmy those hands in a little bit closer to that body so you can press that leg a little bit higher up. Bend that knee and bring it off to that left side. You should feel a nice stretch of those inner thighs in here. We're going to hold this for a little bit longer. Really trying to get that leg as far back as you can for that nice inner thigh stretch. Slowly keeping that core nice and tight. Drop that foot right back down for me. Let's raise that left guy up to that sky. Bend that knee. Drop the foot off to that right side for me. Feel that nice stretch in those inner thighs, those hamstrings, and a little bit of that psoas as well. Let's slowly start to bring it back down for me. Keeping that core tight, drop that foot back down. Let's march out those calf muscles up and down. Again, breathing in through that nose, exhaling out through that mouth. We're going to drop back to those knees. We're going to bring that right leg forward. We want to maintain him in a nice 90-degree position right here. We're going to flex that back foot of the leg that's still down, maintaining a nice tall chest. We want to squeeze the glute of the leg that's on that ground. We should feel a nice little pull within that quad area. Nice stretch. And relax that glute. Squeeze it again. And relax. Squeeze. And relax. We're going to then straighten out that front leg for me into that hamstring, maintaining a nice 45 degrees of that spine for me. We're going to do a little contract and release of that quad as well. So squeeze that quad and relax it. Try to get a little bit lower into that stretch. Squeeze that quad and relax. A little bit lower. Squeeze that quad and relax. Let's go ahead and bend this knee for me. We're going to place both hands on the inside of that foot. Straighten out that back leg. This is going to be a nice little hip flexor stretch for us. Let's drop that knee down, then right back up. Drop that knee down, right back up. Drop the knee down, right back up. Drop that knee down and back up. We have that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place him down, straighten out that toe. Raise that right hand up towards that sky, keeping that core tight for a nice torso rotation and hip flexor stretch. Again, breathing in through that nose, exhaling out through that mouth for me. Let's place that hand back down and let's raise that opposite now up towards that sky. We're going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that hand back down, taking the outside leg out and in. Abduct him away and back in. Abduct him away and back in. Out and back in. From here, we're going to press ourselves back into that leg standing up into a nice runner lunge. We're going to press that leg back. Drop down those knees. Bring that left leg forward back to our nice kneeling hip flexor, our quad stretch right here. So flex that foot in the back, squeeze the glute of the leg that's down, and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Let's go ahead now, straighten out that front leg for me. Doing that same thing with that hamstring. Maintaining that nice 45 tall chest. Squeeze that quad and relax it. Squeeze that quad and relax. Squeeze the quad and relax. Last time, squeeze, relax, go a little bit lower into that stretch. Again, breathing in through that nose, exhaling out through that mouth. Let's give that knee a nice little bend. Place both hands on the inside and lift that back leg up for me. We're going to drop that knee down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Place that knee down, straighten out that back toe. Raise the hand up towards that sky. Breathing in through that nose, exhaling out through that mouth. Let's place that hand back down, and let's raise the other one up for me. We're going to place that hand back down. We're going to bring those knees back, and we're going back onto those knees for me. From here, we're going to transfer to one side into a nice 90-90 stretch on both sides. Place those hands out in front. Walk yourselves to the direction of the leg that is forward. Reach up and over. Breathing in through that nose, exhaling out through that mouth. In through that nose and out through that mouth. Let's do a little breach for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead now and switch sides, placing your hands forward. Transfer that 90 to the other side. Walk yourself over to the side of the leg that is in front. And reach on over. We're breathing in and out. Here we got 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's pull and reach. Pull and reach. Pull and reach. Pull and reach. From here, let's come on back. Let's go back onto those knees. We're going to widen it up into a frog stance for me. So that's going to have feet flat on that ground. Knees spread apart, forearms down. Again, feeling the inner thigh stretch for me. We're going to hold the frog pose for about 10 more seconds, and then we'll go into a dynamic deep lunge or deep squat. Alrighty, from here we're going to press ourselves up with those arms. We're going to bend ourselves into a nice deep lunge. We're going to open our lunge up with those knees. From here we're going to do a twisting deep squat rotation, bringing one arm up towards that sky, following with that torso and chest, bringing him down, alternating to each side for me. And we got a few more of these on each side. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. From here, you'll place those hands back on that ground and press yourselves back to that down dog for me. Again, march out those calves up and down, really trying to sink that glute back a little bit farther than before. Walk those hands all the way back, then one vertebra at a time, roll all the way up. Head last thing to come up. At the top, you'll give those shoulders a nice little roll, and that is your mobility for today. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully you'll be moving a little bit more freely.